In this video, we are going to look at the structure of a flower. It appears somewhat like this. A flower mainly have two components. Now, what do we mean by this? Every flower is mainly composed of two parts, essential and the non-essential parts. Do we know what these are? The parts of flower such as stamen and pistil, which are the reproductive parts, are the essential parts. These are the essential parts because they are directly involved in the process of reproduction. Do we mean if these structures are not present, then a plant will not be able to reproduce? Yes, that's absolutely correct. So how will the plant to be able to reproduce if the gamete producing structures are not present? And what are the other parts then? Floral parts such as petals and sepals are the next in our list, and they are the non-essential parts of a flower. These floral parts do not take part in the process of reproduction directly and therefore called non-essential parts. Now let us discuss each part in detail. To begin with, we have stamen, which is the male part. What does the stamen look like? If we zoom in the structure, it looks like this. Stamen has two distinct parts, the anther and the filament. Do you think that these structures have specific functions to perform? Yes, as a matter of fact, they do. The parts called anther bears minute bodies called pollen grains, which play an active role in reproduction. There is a specific process by which pollen grains are transferred from the anther to the female part of the same or different flower. Now, what is that part called? For that, we need to focus to our next floral part, the pistil, which is the female part. The pistil is divided into three subparts. And what are they? These subparts are the stigma, style, and the ovary. Do you think that these structures have some specific functions? Yes, they do. The part called stigma is the landing place for the pollen grains. What exactly do we mean by this? Pollen from the male part, that is anther, land on the stigma and germinate further. This process is what we call pollination in plants. Next comes the style, which is a cylindrical tube that holds up the stigma and connects it with ovary. Now, ovary. It is a swollen part of the pistil which contains ovules. But do you know what are ovules and what are their functions? Ovules are the female gametes that get fertilized and form the embryo. Is this process really so simple? Well, it is not as simple as it seems. The process is quite complicated. This was just an overview. Let us get in more details of the process of fertilization in our future videos.